Hello and welcome to WXYZ Morning News with Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen and Carl, coming to you live from Studio 1A.
Kid was in the way. Today is May 20th, 2004. I'm Smitty Werben Jaegerman Jensen.
And I'm Carl. And today we're going to look back on the last half-century of U.S. history.
In 1964, the Senate passed the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, giving the President complete control over what the United States did in Vietnam. This was an important moment for the U.S., because this would later come into play for the other presidents after Johnson.
Here was a news report that was taken back in 1970 about the bombing of Cambodia. I'm going to warn you, though, what you're about to see is very graphic. Your discretion is advised.
Thank you. I'm standing here at a Viet Cong military installation in Cambodia, where President Nixon is sending in troops trying to get rid of all the Viet Cong and the Viet Cong military installations in the area. Right now, they're also sending in bombs trying to get rid of all of the installations again. As you can see around me, they've currently... What? Yeah, it's a car. We have those
Really?
back home.
Really?
That's why I don't hire interns for my work. Anyways, as you can see from around me, what? Oh God!
When you have expensive cable, you get sad. When you get sad, you get distracted.
Do you even know how to play the banjo?
Not really.
Because I can't really figure out how this revolver works.
And when you get
I'm
distracted,
really stressed
you
out
don't realize
anymore.
that the safety's
I
off.
can barely afford to pay my cable bill.
It's okay, Colby. You'll make it through.
When you don't realize the safety's off, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you have to cover up the evidence.
Cable bill. Killing my friends.
When you have to cover up the evidence, you bury your best friend and he disappears forever. And when your friend disappears forever, people start to ask questions.
Have you seen Lucas around in a while?
When people start to ask questions, you have to cover up again.
Asking questions.
Whenever you have to cover up again, you end up digging your best friend's grave.
Clip.
And whenever you end up digging your best friend's grave, you get sad. Don't get sad. Get rid of cable. Get DirecTV. And you can stop from being sad.
A very tragic event in U.S. history that could have been avoided.
Indeed. The bombings fueled many young whippersnappers to speak out and demonstrate. One of the protests was at Kent State University, which got out of hand super fast in response to the governor of Ohio called in the National Guard.
The students threw rocks at the guards, and tensions mounted. Guards hurled tear gas at the students, hoping to bring the protest to an end.
The real event that happened was when the students pushed back the guard to a hilltop position, where tensions broke and guns rang out. The aftermath of the shooting was 4 students dead and 9 others wounded.
They will always be remembered. And now we have a newscast of one of the last battles of Vietnam, Battle of Pleiku. Roll the stuff.
I'm outside the Pleiku Air Base, where Viet Cong forces have surrounded the base and are currently bombarding the base with artillery and rockets. They have seized control of the radio towers and are making reinforcements. Right now, we are under attack. The U.S. Air Force is sending in low-altitude bombers and attack helicopters to help defend the base as much as possible. The base is very crucial because it is an important defensive position during this war. It gives our troops more time to know what's going on in the front lines. Right now, there are very few casualties. There are some casualties. There are many people dying behind me. More people are dying. We're getting word. We don't have an exact number yet, but we will get back to you as soon as that is available.
And now, a 30-second puppy break.
We have a current update at the Battle of Pleiku. There are currently 7 people confirmed dead at this point in time. Many more may come it's most of the Oh my god, someone has just died. There is a confirmed 8 people dead. There is mortar fire behind me, as you can tell. People are evacuating. The U.S. forces are trying to leave. For the most part, the battle is over. This is Kane Deal signing off.
Wow, really makes you think. We have reports that that reporter was the only ever ginger reporter to set foot in Vietnam. Amazing.
Quite.
Thank you all for tuning into this special report. We love you all, including you. This is Smitty Werben, Jaegerman Jensen.
And Carl with an epic banjo solo.
Carl, you can't play banjo.
Suffers.
So what are we gonna talk about today, Carl?
Whatever you want to talk about, Smitty.
How about a story from my childhood?
That sounds true.
I didn't have much of a childhood. Grew up in Detroit.
Oh man, that's pretty hard.
The Big D.
The Big D.
Everybody knows about the Big D. It's a little bit underpopulated as of the moment. What? Actually, there's a large female population in the Big D.
I'm pretty sure there was a whole bunch of Big D.
Actually, as of today, there was a female presence in the D.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how people are moving away from it.
I heard it's like amazing. It smells so good in the Big D.
Actually, there's a lot of paper factories in the Big D, and it's right next to a sewage plant.
Okay.
Which is a really bad place for.
But you gotta think.
It's trade-offs.
I heard there's a really dense forest above the Big D.
Well,
I mean,
there's a lot of forestry going on in the area,
yes.
and it's usually cut down around the summer,
Yes.
winter.
When it goes back.
It keeps the snow out.
yeah, of course. The wrecking balls they produce, though, they're just amazing.
They produce some giant.
The Big D has some giant.
The Big D has giant
Oh man.
giant wrecking balls. And their team is blue.
Whoa, they're blue.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions. So, say they were trying to demolish a house with the football's money, they would be giant blue balls.
Yeah, it's giant.
The Big D has giant blue balls.
That's unfortunate, though.
Yeah. So on to the next city, Philadelphia. Hi,
So,
I'm
yeah,
Smitty
this
Werben,
is-
Jaegerman Jensen.
So many of you are probably wondering how we shot this video. Well, right here is the set of the newsroom.
I'm actually the most qualified person here.
As you can see, it's right on the porch. And these are the 2 idiots that are the main newscasters.
Look, Cody, I'm the smartest person.
This is the ginger geek that we have running the computer. We even have a teleprompter.
He's lying.
Oh, yeah.
Back there is where we've videotaped everything
cow.
else.
I don't appreciate
Anything else? Well,